and you feel so bad because you love him, but yet there's a piece of your heart that you can't open up. This is what grief does. And am I saying this all right? Is it Jolien?
Jolyn.
Oh, Jolyn. Oh boy, I was way off. I'm surprised that you even knew I was talking about you. All right, where are you from?
I'm from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin.
Perfect. Well, first of all, I'm glad that you're here. And right away, there's a couple souls that are here that are on the other side. First of all, your mother's here front and center.
Oh, I love her, miss her.
So know that she's the first one, because she said to me, Matt, I have to let my daughter know that I'm there. She goes, I've been watching over my daughter every single day. And your mom was like your best friends here in this world. First of all, I got to tell you that your mom says to me that she's no longer suffering on the other side when I'm speaking to her. She says to me that you had to watch her go through so much here in the physical world. And at the end, she tells me that her illness also started to affect her mind as well when I'm speaking to her. Because she says to me, Matt, she says, can you please let my daughter know that I want to thank her for the decisions that she made for me. I want to thank her for the way that she took care of everything for me. She says, and more importantly, she says, I want to let her know that the one thing that I wish is that I wish I had more time to spend with her when I was here on this earth. But your mom says to me that that wasn't needed. She says, one of the things that she was so proud of with you was seeing how independent you were and seeing all the things that you were doing within your life. She says to me when I'm connected, because I asked her, I said, how did you die? And she said to me, Matt, she goes, I was suffering. She says, and then she showed me her going to the hospital. When I'm connecting with your mom, she talks about bleeding out. There was an issue with blood. And your mom says to me this. She says, I want my daughter to know that I tried everything to stay alive and to be here. Now, also, hold on. Did you lose your husband as well?
My daughter right here did. Her ex-husband.
Your husband's here. You need to come on screen. This is what I'm talking about. Your loved ones don't care if you're off to the side. I keep hearing, talk to me. I'm the husband. I'm the husband. Do you know that he just came forward and he keeps saying to me, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Even though this was your ex-husband, he still tells me that you had so much love for him. Oh boy. Can I say everything in front of your mom? Is this your mom?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
He says to me when I'm connecting, Matt, he says, even though we were separated, he says there was talk of getting back together. Is that true?
Yeah.
So know this. He says to me, how many chances were you going to give me? Because even though he was your ex-husband, he tells me that the two of you were never separated. You may have been legally separated, but he says to me that your heart and soul loved him so much. And can I please tell you that he wants to thank you for the way that you kept letting him back into your life? He says, Matt, I have to apologize to her. He says, because I hurt her so bad. He tells me that every single time you let him back in, you felt like a piece of your heart just kept breaking. He says to me, Matt, but there were things in my life that I did not want to change. And I'm going to tell you, right away, he shows me when I'm connecting with him that he struggled with addiction issues here in this world. He says to me, Matt, he goes, it was because of all of this. And he's showing me substances. He's showing me that there were these addictions that had happened. And he also keeps whispering in my ear, fentanyl, fentanyl. I have to say fentanyl.
Yes, that's what he died of.
So know that that's his way of acknowledging from the other side that he says, Matt, he goes, she didn't even want to talk to me today. He goes, and I got to be honest with you. I know you're mad at him. You're mad at him and you're pissed at him and you're angry with him. But I also know why. And it's not just because of the way that he died. You're pissed and you're angry and you're mad that you loved him so much.
Yeah. Her son, he says, Mom, I see Dad. Daddy comes to me in my dreams. I see him.
Well, listen, this is what I got to tell you. A soulmate is a soulmate, right? It doesn't matter if we're legally bound here in this world. It doesn't matter if we ever got married. A soulmate is someone that we meet here in this world, that our soul chooses, and our soul chooses in the afterlife. And you know that he still loves you just as much as when he left this world. The only problem is when he was here, the drugs stopped him from seeing your love, stopped him from being a dad, and stopped him from being a part of your family. And you know, he knows what you say, because this is what's so crazy. He's repeating back words to me that you say, and he's saying to me, Matt, she says all the time, if he was never addicted to drugs, he would have been the best dad. He would have been the best husband. He would have been the best person. He says to me, you knew that, but at the time I didn't know that. And one of the things that was so tough is that he had so many insecurities here in this world. He keeps talking about your son, and he keeps saying to me that your son didn't get to know him as a dad.
That's Draven. Draven sees him, and we tell Draven, talk to him. He's there. He will listen. Talk to him.
So he says to me, Matt, he says, my wife needs to know one thing, that those kids have so much love from her and her mom. He says that you don't have to worry because you feel so bad and you feel so stressed, and you're the one who's taking on that pain because you're like, my kids are growing up without a dad. They never got to know him. They never got to feel his love. He said to me, listen, he says, the one thing that you need to know is that that's not a bad thing. He's telling me when I'm connecting that he was ashamed of the person that he became. He says, and Matt, he says, I'm going to tell you one thing. He says, I'm so glad that my kids didn't see the real me, because he still tells me to this day, there's so much that you hide from them, that you don't tell them about their dad. Do you know that he wants to thank you because as mad as you are, as angry as you are, as many things that he did wrong in his life, you have every right to bash him, to say bad things, to not keep his memory alive, but instead you do the opposite. You built him up. And you tell your children all the time how much you love them. You show them in so many ways of what a great dad he was. And you remind them of the good times. He said, Matt, he says, that's what love is. So he wants to let you know one thing. As mad as you are about what had happened, he says, Matt, he says, when I left this world, I was sad and disappointed within myself because I didn't see it when I was here. But you need to know this because you need to heal. He tells me there's a piece of you that says, I'm never going to let myself love again because of what I went through. Now, I don't want to get in trouble here, but I got to tell you everything they tell me. I see a ring being put back on your finger. Did somebody get engaged to you?
Yeah.
And he tells me you're worried about this.
Yeah.
Listen, this guy is a really great guy. Do you know this?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes.
But you need to know that what's holding you back from getting married is not that person. It's this pain that you've been holding on to every single day. And you feel so bad because you love him, but yet there's a piece of your heart that you can't open up because you think about, how am I going to love this person? Am I going to take away time from my boys? Am I going to put myself in a bad situation? Am I going to go and end up like I did before because I trusted someone, I opened my heart, and then I was let down? This is what grief does. Grief causes us to question everything in our life, our relationship, our job, our love, ourselves. So do I feel that you love this person that you're engaged to? Absolutely. Do I feel like you're scared? Absolutely. But this is the reason why your ex-husband is here, to let you know that it's okay to move on with your life. Do you understand that? Because moving on does not mean you let go of him. It means that you move on from the day that he died and you say, you know what? Tomorrow is the day that I'm gonna start my next chapter. He said to me, he sent you this person, which is so crazy.
Oh, he looks exactly like my ex-husband.
Oh my God, that's crazy. You know what's so funny? Your ex-husband is telling me you were not supposed to be here this afternoon. So were you not going to come, or were you not going to be a part of this?
She thought that it was going to just be one-on-one with you. And I said, no, it's a group thing. And she looked at Mom and I'm like, Jenny, no.
So you didn't want to be here with all these people?
No, I was scared. I didn't want everyone knowing all my stuff.
Well, listen, what's so amazing is this, is that your message is going to bring so many people healing, because there's so many people that are going through what you're going through right here and right now. It's the reason why we do this all together. So although it's tough, although it's hard, what I can tell you is this: you have so much love still to give in your heart. You have so much strength. And that's what he wants you to be aware of. It's his way of showing you that he is right there and with you. He is safe for that peace, and his soul is always watching over you. I really hope that this helped you. And I will tell you one thing: you will get married, because I'm seeing visions of you and you're gonna look so beautiful on that day. He's showing me you in a wedding dress, and he says to me, Matt, she doesn't like wearing dresses.
I don't. I hate them.
And he keeps telling me that you're dreading going to put the dresses on because you don't want to be in a dress. I'm gonna tell you something. I see you and you're looking so beautiful in these visions that I'm seeing, and it's his way of letting you know that he'll also be there, because you deserve the second chance.